in this next segment, Wally sent me this one. I was like, damn, this is a good one. Yeah, I definitely got to add this one in. So Nelly, well, the famous rapper Nelly, let's put some respect on his name. Saint Lunatics, Grammy Award winner, won all kind of stuff. X came out and was like kind of telling the story of how she broke it off with Nelly, or she gave him some space so they could figure their relationship out. And let's just say she didn't have the best outcome. So let me go ahead and put up the video, and we gonna we gonna break it down. What was you saying, Sam?
He figured it out.
Yeah, yeah. When keeping it real goes wrong.
Think or have this make-believe story. I left because I wanted, initially, I guess.
Real quick, y'all saw how she stressed out that I left. She like had to let that be known, like I left.
Yeah, that was for like the women out there. That wasn't for the men. That was, but for men receiving it when she said I left, I'm like, oh, you're not telling the truth.
But what was the part where you said she did it for the women?
Well, when she said I left and she looked up, you know, because when she said it the first time I left and she looked down, but the second time when she emphasized it, she looked up, like it's a form of empowerment. And I'm like, yeah.
Think or have this make-believe story. I left because.
So that part right there, okay.
Yeah,
she did do it. I thought she was making shit up at first. Then she was talking like I left, like this is Nelly from like Foot Locker. Like this, forget Nelly the rapper. Like this is Nelly that work at like a Cold Stone Creamery or some shit.
Who now owns it? Who now owns it? Like, yeah, you fumbled the bag. You fumbled.
Yeah, let me hit play though. But yeah, she said that shit like you said, it was empowerment. Yeah, I definitely got that now. That makes sense.
I wanted, initially, I guess, space to see, maybe will the space bring us back together, or do I need this space because I just need to rip off that Band-Aid? So, and initially I wanted the space or the break to rip that Band-Aid off. So but no, like no ill will, nothing bad. Just sometimes people don't work out. People grow apart. Like sometimes one person might want to be still in the situation and the other person is like, this isn't working. It happens, you know? Right. It just didn't work out.
This shit look like a mental breakdown.
And that is all good.
She ain't explained nothing. Okay, I gotta say this, and then this will be a clip for later. Let it be, but I'm gonna call it right now. This is Cap. The Cap. This is Cap.
Why you say that?
Like no details. Number one, can't even. It's not even word salad. This is a word desert. She ain't go to no details, none whatsoever. Right? I need to rip the Band-Aid. Rip the Band-Aid of what? What was going on? You weren't even clear. And I wanted space. Okay, you know what space is? And I want to thank you, Jerk, for telling me, because this helped me out a lot in my own life. When it was like, I need to do self-love and all that stuff that women need to, what they always said, like, and I needed space to grow. And all you really wanted was to get piped by somebody new. So every time I hear space, it's something else now. Because I'm like, what do you do? Because you ain't produce you ain't get no certificates. You didn't go out and feed no hungry children around the world. And you didn't do anything with your life. And you needed space to do what? Like, what was the space for? Because Nelly took his space. Went back to his ex, got her pregnant, and got married. That's what Nelly did with his space. Ladies, let me tell you something. When you go ahead, and also for men, you give anybody an ultimatum. Don't do it. Go to the therapist first. Sit down with yourself. Right? Take care of yourself. See what's going. Don't get nobody an ultimatum because you're not gonna like the results. You're not gonna like that results. They're gonna live that life that you wanted with somebody else. Don't do it. I've seen so many people got left with them ultimatums.
Go ahead, Wally.
Dollar Tree.
So, Wally, what's your take on this clip?
Oh man, cause what I remember, like a way back, like I know she hit like Nelly with like an ultimatum, like because I know she was trying to get married to him and all that, and it was never going down. I think what they were like together for like a couple of years, give or take, and she was just wondering why they haven't got married because she was trying to get married, and Nelly wasn't for it so far. Honestly, I mean, pretty much like Stan, because like okay, something had to be like whatever the situations are in anyone's personal life, but whatever their situation was at the time when she's like, okay, I decided to make this move to see if A, we can get back together and we're better off that way, or neither B, it's just got to be done. But one thing's for sure, all I know is this. All I can say is, if you want to talk about space, what was he doing for you to initiate space? Because apparently, it sounded like to me is like you just not happy that you wasn't getting your way.
Yeah,
deep, Wally. That's deep.
I mean, exactly. Because let's be honest, like you said earlier, it's not like she really explained anything. And granted, maybe she didn't want to do that because she didn't want it, because you know how it is. Like the he say, she says is like, okay, it's pointless to really say what really transpired because you don't even know if she's gonna tell the truth or not, and everyone's gonna have their own opinion. But literally, if you have said anything that was decent enough to say like what was the wear and tears of the relationship, of course, yeah, you wanted to obviously be married. Okay, that's one thing. But like, why wasn't it not getting there? What was the reason why Nelly wasn't going for it? You know, all these other things. So, you know, pick and choose.
Yeah, this clip was good, M3, and I'm gonna play the clip back for you after I give my take, and then we'll let you break it down. But man, this clip, she don't really need to explain too much. She's just dumb, first of all. You know, man, if you look at the background, you see the bed, that's a twin size bed. She was probably sleeping in a California King, you know, just in a mansion, pool probably by the bed and shit. This was a cry for help. This is what this was. Like Stan said, she was trying to convince herself she ain't going crazy. That's why I was like, man, this seemed like a ransom letter or something. She just seems out of it. She probably like right after this video, she probably was taking a whole bottle of Xanax and shit. So yeah, nah, this is what stupidity looks like. Cause I'm gonna reenact this. So she was like, hey Nelly, I think we should have some space. Nelly was probably all polite. He probably was like, oh, word, you want some space? Yeah, I think you should take all the space that you need.
Well,
that's a great plan.
So background music, but go ahead.
So she was like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna take my space and you know, we'll figure it out.
I'll think about is you.
So as soon as she walked out of the house, Nelly was like, yeah, Ashanti, Ashanti, you still dick?
No matter.
Yeah, let's get together. Let's make that happen. That's what space looked like. Who the hell does she think she was to give Nelly space? Like,
I mean, but it wasn't even making a difference. Like, if you got space, that's one thing. But it's like even in space, what was even going on within the timing of space? Were y'all still even speaking? Were y'all still even communicating? Like
Nelly saw her. This was COVID. That's the wrong time you need space. A lot of people got pregnant during that time, but C-19 time closed down and got married. She should not take space then. Nelly saw her, and I think what that stuff was called when they meet up. They're doing the record thing when they go ahead and go people hits.
Oh, verses.
The verses, yes. And that's when it's like reunited,
and it feels so good.
Ooh.
Nelly showed
And
up with the
that's what
condom on.
And that's what happened. She
No, he
picked the
showed up.
wrong
He showed up with a
time.
credit card to slide on that crack in between for tip drill. You know,
I'm
like
telling you. Yeah, Nelly was like, "Oh yeah, you want that space?" He was like, "Oh okay, yeah, that's a great idea." Click. My man got a suitcase. He was like, "Shit."
And he was with her, and then they did the tour together. And that's the thing. They spent.
Oh, they did a tour together. They got some bread together.
Yeah, they did a
oh
whole
man,
tour together.
How much they
And,
make out that
he's
tour?
like,
Let me see.
and you know, she got her eggs frozen. And you know, for us men, we can keep on going till we die. And he got the first son because he raised, you know, allegedly his sister passed away and he's been raising his nephew and nieces. So now this is own, like that's his firstborn, that's hers. Like, yo, you coming in this place talking all this mess, nobody cares. It's you a cautionary tale now. You a cautionary tale. Don't do that. Don't be playing games.
Yeah, and I could see why like Nelly said that tear like when it was like some moment, I don't know, like because she brought him something for his birthday, but was something. But all I know is like, you know, like he really broke down and cried, and I was like, hey, like that's for once, man, I actually like saw like true love right there, you know? That just not momentarily.
And
You
you
know,
know what's
well
also
between black couples that is.
you know what's crazy, M3? You know what they're doing too?
What?
They're about to have that cruise ship tour followed by Las Vegas. And
Who's this?
it's sky's the limit. She
You said Nelly? Nelly's about to have
Nelly and Ashanti. Because once you have that cruise ship, yo, those cruise ships bring in a lot of money. Women are still waiting for LL Cool J to have his cruise ship tour. Because that's 7 days with them stars. Yo, it's gonna be on and popping on a cruise ship. So for both of them to be there, and then you're looking at movie deals and everything else that's coming together because they're together, yo, like it's a wrap. You coming online telling this stuff, and it's so vague because that's how they communicate. It's like, you know, I wanted space, or I was gonna rip the band-aid. Like, okay, I'm supposed to what? Think that there's something else going on and be hungry for like what else happened. She already had the baby. It's a wrap. You're a sore loser, but you'll be
man,
okay.
Nelly's net worth is 70 million. You want his space? You want space? You go sit at your ass in another room in a mansion. Like space?
And what was like her net worth?
Oh man, she broke. She on that twin bed over back there.
No, Ashanti. What's Ashanti net worth?
Oh, like 5 million. So not in the same range, but good. You know what I'm saying? She ain't coming to the table just extracting. So she good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ashanti was known as the princess of hip hop, R&B, soul, because the queen is Mary J. Blige. But when you look at that, right, and people want more,
I don't know about all that princess shit.
She didn't dub herself there, but that's what she was marketed as, right? So to this day, she's still known as the princess of hip hop R&B, because she was doing the I forget what they call those things, the lyrics of the hip hop artists and
Oh yeah, no, she had a nice stretch, man, where she was on everything, man. They definitely got her out there popping.
So like when you look at that, right, like it only goes higher. They
definitely
both.
Yeah, they're gonna cash out on that. But I that's what I was saying earlier, man. It's like she overplayed her. Like that stuff would have worked if, like I said, it wasn't like Nelly the rapper. That was Nelly the dude that worked at Foot Locker, Geico or some shit. He was an insurance salesman. Like she probably could have done that stuff because she's cute. But man, when you messing with a dude that got his stuff together like that, and you know, Nelly keeps himself in great shape, like man, he got options, man. Like that's where some women need to wake up. It's like if you got that dude that got options, space should it be in your vocabulary. It's like once you say space, that cat walking, he moving on. He ain't waiting for you. Like you better recognize. That's what I'm saying. I think a lot of pretty females, man, they're so used to like getting their way with other guys, and I think you were kind of talking about that, Stan, where it's just like they automatically put every dude in that tier, you know, and it's like they don't realize like who they with sometimes. Like dudes that do got they stuff together, got some game and shit. It's like nah, you ain't messing with the same caliber of them guys. You say space and you create that distance, boy. It's a wrap. Like you done. So that's what happened with her. That's why she like, man, this is a cautionary tale for cat ladies out here, because
SJ, I want to say this for the brothers that's like at Foot Locker and also on selling insurance. I got to be honest, ladies. Look, don't let that man be district manager. Don't let him be a sector manager. Like, stop it. And plus, also, while he's at Foot Locker, you know how many rich single moms are there with their sons? Don't they have one son and she got disposable income? You don't think he could cash out? He was faithful to you. But what you do, you told him that you need space. Okay, he took your. Now he's in space with a
But
sugar.
I do feel kind of bad for her, because man, just think she can't even move on. Like any guy that
I don't
comes,
feel bad.
any guy that like jumps into her life, just think about the comparison and what she's her life is a
SJ,
wrap.
I'm gonna call Cap on you. I'm gonna call Cap because this is a man. What you call him? A loser.
No, she's a loser. I feel bad though. I'm just saying, because she ain't gonna be able to move on. Like she's stuck in that memory. Like that's what I'm saying. She might try to like get with other dudes, but she gonna be like, man, come on, man, you don't went with
That's
a
at
dude that.
Nelly level. Nobody's at Nelly level.
That's what I'm saying. Unless she luck up and get like an NBA player or something, like this shit is it's a wrap. She gonna die alone. Like what's Kevin saying? Was say.
Man, I'm gonna put a notice for the SPCA. Don't let these cats go to these women, please. Protect the cats. The cats have rights.
But
We have
M3,
beings.
you want to watch the video real quick?
Yeah, I'll watch the video.
Okay, yeah,
I already know
we'll
what I'm
get
gonna
your
say, but I
take.
won't watch it.
Think or have this make-believe story. I left because I wanted initially, I guess, space to see maybe will the space bring us back together, or do I need this space
Please come back, Nelly. Please. Sorry.
because I just need to rip off that Band-Aid. So, and initially I wanted the space or the break to rip that Band-Aid off. So,
Oh damn, she bitter. You taking shots? Leave the Band-Aid alone.
no, like no ill will, nothing bad. Just sometimes people don't work out. People grow apart.
Regrets.
Like sometimes one person might want to be still in the situation and the other person is like, this isn't working. It happens, you know?
Regrets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't call it regrets.
It's
Right.
regrets.
It just didn't work
No,
out.
because it's one of those two hitters.
Wait, hold on, wait. She's still talking?
She's sending a lot of cues. She's sending too much cues. Because one thing about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
She hit the air quotes when she said needed space. That tells me right there that wasn't really space she was really working on. You never put air quotes on something, because if you put air quotes on something, then there's something there to it.
Yeah,
and then two, pretty much maybe I don't know. I can care less. If she was getting piped down, who she getting piped down by? Just regular? Okay. With the regular.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but the other part that I was sort of like a little bit vague on, it was because of what she said earlier. I think she was talking about, okay, like if you saying there's no ill will or whatever like that, it's like, then why mention it in the first place?
Oh,
why
she mad at hell.
Yeah.
Think about it, okay, because also here's the main one I wanted to hit on, because she said like, okay, I think she said what, like one didn't like, I guess herself, she wasn't like really partaking in how this relationship was going, and the other one was sort of like they like it what I was, basically meaning like one liked the dynamic they had and the other one didn't like the dynamic they had. It was like, okay, it was going wishy-washy. But it's like, hey, pick and choose. Everyone like what they have. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, yeah, it's definitely one of those things that you have to sit there and be like, okay, well, why did she get it and I didn't? She's always going to sit there and ask herself that question. Why did she get the position and I didn't?
You know that requires, Wally?
What it requires?
It requires self-reflection and accountability. And when you say, and I quote, I left, and not give the reasons why you left, which also leads to not giving the reasons why you quote unquote needed space, which leads to the next thing. She has no regrets. I'm sorry. You looking down and everywhere else and just being very vague. You have some regrets on what you thought of what you did. There's a consequence of your actions. And you planned, and the plan was that he was going to fight for your love. And I'm sorry, I'm going to say this, ladies, I don't know what books you're reading. Let them romantic novels go sometimes. They are what they are. They are stories,
Fantasies.
fantasies. Just live in it, enjoy it, and it's just like a nut and get off.
Yeah, until they wake up with that post nut clarity.
And then
Let
that's
me
it.
get
Clarity, like throw the book to the side, like this is some bullshit.
let me
So
get M3. So M3, what's your
Yeah.
take on this whole video?
Oh man, I got a lot to say about this, but even before looking at the video, man, just like knowing the context of the story, one, she was definitely prompted by one of her girlfriends. I'm for sure that she would. You know, the sisterhood will definitely fail you, ladies. Number two, look, man, like you guys were saying before, yeah, you could get away with talking about I need space when you're talking to like a below average guy. You know, sometimes it's not going to work on the average guy like that. You know, the average guy got some options. But let's just say, like, you know, Nelly was like Nelly the plumber or Nelly the custodian or whatever. Um, yeah, you could say I need space and pull that card in hopes that, you know, you're living in that real life Disney fantasy world and he'll come back to you, beg you, talk about I learned my lesson and all that. But it doesn't work like that in society. Especially like when you're dealing with a man like Nelly himself, the man got bread, the man got other women, beautiful women, that probably is wishing and fiending that they could get the opportunity with Nelly. You know, and he's like look like a stand-up type of guy. Like she really threw the bag by doing that. I could tell by the eyes, man, she just sick. You know what I mean? Like really, really ill right now. Um, those type of things that, you know, decisions that you make is going to haunt you for the rest of your life. Whenever you look at your like maybe like your apartment that she probably be living in right now versus the mansion that she could have been staying with Nelly or having kids by him, dude, like you can't afford to be talking about space, especially if you don't even have a kid by him to lock him down. Not saying like you should do it for the intent, but if you was that type of woman, you know, and excuse me. The other thing is too, um, this is why like you know, when I go to like these panels, a lot of women, unfortunately, they get defensive when I ask them, you know, like, what do you have to offer? Even though they're like, what do you mean? What do I bring to the table? I'm enough already, or I don't need to compete. Like I tell women all the time, whether it be Mexicans, whether it be black women, well, especially black women, you know, because I try to look out for them. I'm like, I be telling them, like, look, man, like, sis, there's a lot of competition out there. Like, you're not paying attention to it. You think that you just being a woman is enough, and all these guys gonna keep chasing after you. But eventually, all that's gonna wear off. So when you think that you're already enough and you don't have to do more to compete, I'm like, there's a competition out there. Believe it or not, you know, these other groups of people, but at least you know, Ashanti, I'll include her too, because she know the program. You know, she saw the value in Nelly. So she's gonna do whatever it takes, again, you know, to make sure that she get her chance. Now she's married, now she has a kid by him. But let's say if Shanti was like the like some of these average women that think they're just enough just because they got a walking box in between them. And all the guys gonna keep chasing after them. You know, you're gonna always miss like an opportunity with a nice stand-up guy, especially guys like Nelly, who has it all together, you know? But women don't want to listen. We're not trying to help them for the greater good. That look, um, you just can't be thinking one dimensional. Like you got to be out there in the field to try to compete. Where it be like, staying fit, rocking the natural hair, or try to look like the best that you can. But if you want to just be lazy and be like, man, they're gonna accept me for I am, even though I'm fat, lazy, got 5 or 6 or 7 kids, you know what I mean? Multiple baby daddies. I'm a woman, so a man is going to choose me for who I am. They fall
And
into
all
that
my
deep hole,
chicks
bro.
rocking wigs.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think Nelly always kind of wanted Ashanti back, even though he was with what's her name? Because it seemed like everything went down pretty quick.
Oh yeah, she was a placeholder. I don't know like when him and
oh,
his ex girlfriend, like what year they got together,
mhm,
but you could kind of tell that. All right, now they say a picture is like worth 1,000 words, so we don't know like some like his energy and through like the photos was a telltale sign that man, I'm settling. Man, I hope I could get Ashanti or whatever,
mhm,
get my opportunity. But you could tell from how he was when he was with that woman versus how he is with Ashanti. Like I had never seen Nelly cheese to smile so hard, man. You could see like the whole grill of his mouth.
Oh,
You
okay.
know,
Yeah.
again, like this woman got the man crying. you, because she gave him some type of gift or whatever. I don't know if it was like a Lamborghini or some type of car or something. But
she had him crying twice. M3 allegedly when she cheated. That's how they broke up. Allegedly,
oh,
when she cheated and then they broke up, and he was crying then. And Nelly's always been a relationship type of guy because he was raising his nieces and nephew because he did not want them to see him as a player. Um,
mhm.
but I will say this, right? This is SJ was you to your credit, right? When you talk about, I don't know, I'm gonna butcher this word because of my accent, proximity
Oh, you got
dating,
right.
proximity careers. When you look at them, you know, it makes sense because here's somebody that understands you and you're dealing with a civilian, right? And a civilian, I'm going to say this, like you're just a regular person. You don't understand Nelly business and you still expect him to be home at 6 p.m. for dinner. No, you got to understand like he's in this business and that business is 24/7 and you got to stay active. For Nelly being active for this long and not have a hit record, I think in 2 decades and still be in everybody's thoughts and name in their mouth, right? Like it's something for the long haul he has to do. And when you look across the board, like he's on that track of like having shows like Usher, like he's not gonna go away. Now that you have Ashanti with him and Irv Gotti is gone, right? She's pretty much a free agent. And now they have this career where they can just go ahead and just go up. Can't do that with a civilian. Ashanti can't do that with a guy who don't understand the music business because she might end up like Dawn for In Vogue and sleep in her car for 3 years. Right. And we just gotta be honest, right? Like people are people, but like, yo, if we don't judge, we're gonna put ourselves in predicaments that does not do us any good in the future. Because had Dawn met somebody like Nelly, you think she'd be in her car sleeping for 3 years?
Nah.
Nah. So Ashanti be like, yo, you forgive me and you want me? Let me give you this gift, boo. Go ahead. I still got these eggs frozen. We could get a surrogate. You think, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have their problems. These are rich people problems. They're going to be good because the minute that she has 2 more kids, they're going to be set for life because they're going towards the Beyonce and Jay-Z route. Chantel Jackson, I don't know what to tell you. You should take everything down, change your name, find you somebody, and just be like the man that dumped Beyonce. Be quiet. Go ahead and go and get married and have your children, and then your children can say, "Oh yeah, this is the woman. My mom is the woman that Nelly got space from." That's all you need to do. Like the man that dumped Beyonce, and now his kids like, "Yeah, Beyonce could have been my mother." That's where you at. Accept your walk in life. You're gonna be okay.
No, I think that's why these conversations, and I always liked our point of view where it's like, man, leave these broke chicks alone. And I think that's what Nelly was probably listening to some of our shit. He was probably like, man, what am I doing with this broke ass girl, man? Let me call Ashanti, man. Yeah, give us somebody that got some worth, man. Like, and that's what it seems like it's happening more and more. That proximity stuff, like you was referencing, Stan. It's like, man, it's like
Yeah,
not only are you getting the attitude from that side, and they broke. It's like hell no, like,
and you ain't bringing nothing in. You are a dependent. I think sometimes people don't understand their place in life when you messing with somebody who's rich and you staying at their place not paying rent. You ain't saved nothing. You ain't saved nothing. Like, let's talk about it real quick. You're not paying for food, so you got groceries that should be in your savings. You're not paying for rent. You're not paying electricity. You ain't even paying for what's that thing people got, Prime and those other stuff, because you're at their house. And you ain't got nothing. And how long was she with him? 9 years, 6 years?
Nelly got chef money. That's why I'm saying, like, you fucked that up. This is like he got chef and people doing the yard work. That he got that type of bread. So when she was like, I need space, like space for what? Babe, if you don't sit your ass on the floor or go in the foyer.
Mom, grandma had.
They were together for like 7.
They were together for 7. So all them savings you could have put away, you ain't paying no car note. If we calculated everything that costs to be an adult, and you stayed with Nelly for 7 years, and now you up here trying to get on somebody's podcast to get paid to tell your side of the story. Like, yo, stop. Don't waste our time. Go on, get married. Just go ahead and do it. Disappear.
I don't think she can, Stan. I think that's bad advice. I think she just, I hate saying this, man. I think she needs to start dating other women.
She can't. Don't do that to another woman. The women don't deserve that. She can't.
I think she needs to start listening to Queen Maker. I think she needs to like give it about 2 months after like tapping out. She need to hook up with a stud. That's why I think she need to go, man. She would never be happy with another guy, man. She always that guy's gonna have to measure up. She's gonna have to get with a stud.
That's wrong.
Measure up to what? Nelly didn't want to commit to her. There's not much measurement
he
you have to do.
He committed 7 years. You could have put that's savings, Wally. Okay, she was only worth 40,000.
Oh yeah, for her, yeah, that's savings. I'm not denying that part. I'm just saying, like,
he probably would have bought her a house and everything. And I'm like, yo, I ain't trying. I'm good. At this point in my life, I believe in evolution, and sometimes I just get popcorn and just watch the demise of a species. That's what I'm at.
Damn, I'm like, within 7 years, like she should already had a ring and, you know, like at least like 4 or 5 kids. Hey, she was being lazy.
That's what I'm saying. She's some of these, they don't know how to play the game, man. What was the Octo Mom? I would have been like her, shit, hand in the pockets.
Hold on, let me switch to my computer. Be right.
Yeah, but all right, we're gonna. Oh, go ahead.
No, yeah. No, because they were just saying, like, because I did some little backdrops to why, like, Nelly and Ashanti had issues back then. So it was pretty much like what trust issues and like different life stages in their lives. Because like Nelly was morally focused on his career at that time, and Ashanti, she was sort of pretty much out the game. So remember, Nelly had a more long career. Ashanti didn't even last that long. You would say
Ashanti picked that call up quick though. She was like, "Shit, yeah, let's give this another run." So
yeah, no. Her I for like Ashanti always wanted to be with Nelly though. She always wanted to be with Nelly. It just never paid out. So,
man, when Versus came out, that was her like, okay, she got her second win. Because when Versus came out, Versus got a lot of people paid.
Yeah. But I'm saying she could have had that mentality where, oh, we didn't work out. I'm, you know, how some people still got bitterness, but for her to be aware and be like, nah, that's a good brother. You know, maybe I fucked this up. But shit, we got another shot. I'm jumping on that. Damn, what's her name? Chanel Jackson.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't give a damn if she had a picture or not. I'm about to win this man over. It's competition out here. She was like, let's roll them up, ladies.
And
You
so,
know
so
what?
competing.
There's another thing too, right? About Chantel or Shanice Jackson.
Chantel.
Mm-hmm. Okay, when she did quote space, okay, and to Wally's point, right? She did the quote space, right? I'm wondering that was like the quote space was because of her girlfriends were feeding her that. Because that's one thing. Go ahead, M3.
Well, to answer that, that's what I was saying before. Like, it was definitely the sisterhood that fed her into like that silly rhetoric. Because ain't no woman gonna be like, oh, hey, like I think we should give each other space. Before a woman does any type of action, a woman's always gonna consult with her closest friends. Unfortunately. And those friends that's a part of that sisterhood.
You technically have a point. Because think about it. It's like when you're thinking about a decision and you need someone else's added, you know, commentary, you're going to ask somebody. You're going to ask someone you know for some type of advice before you make a move.
So then are you homeless? Are you serious?
Hey, we don't know if she asked the
you know what?
Not, but
you know,
sure.
you know that saying everybody say, F them kids? I'm going to say this, F them friends. F them friends. They ain't your friend.
Yeah, I agree with you.
7 years, you stay with Nelly, going on trips and everything else, and you listen to who?
But think about it. That's the thing that made it funny because she was questioning why we're not there yet. Why we're not like why are you still in just this relationship phase? But that's what I'm like.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is sad. This is sad.
Yeah.